Yeah, I used to do like three, two, one countdowns, but then it was like that seems scripted, and then I just always say like, let me pretend I'm finishing a really shit joke doing that, and it's always weird like how you start things, like because I don't know in comedy if you're like right, I'm gonna start my comedy now, everyone in three, two, one, go. In either one, it would bang,
I
or
guess
two,
you, I
you
guess
lose
you,
them straight away.
you kind of do. Like when you're getting brought on stage, or if you're a compere or something. Like I do a bit of radio as well.
Yeah,
And one of the mad things about that is you've suddenly got to be on as soon as the song ends. Do you know what I mean? Like it is weird going like I have to speak at the end of this. Like I have to speak at the end of this. Even if you can't be arsed. But there we go.
yeah. I mean, do you like when people bring you on and they're like, right, Billy Kirkwood, the greatest thing you're ever gonna see. Get ready to laugh your tits off, way. Do you like the hype, or do you just like Billy Kirkwood?
And just get me on the fucking stage, dude. You know what I mean? Just like anyway, this next act, you're gonna have a great time. Do the job. Let them know they're gonna have a great time, and then let me worry about the rest. If I die in my arse, that's on me. Do you know there was an act just a couple of nights ago that was telling this really before he brought me on, man, it was humiliating. He was telling this really lovely story about how I was one of his favorite comedians and I was a big inspiration to him. In fact, he remembers the first time he met me, and then he told a story, and the first thing I thought was, didn't happen. Like, didn't happen. And he went, no, no, you said like, hey, I don't know who you are. Like, I'd apparently said that to him, and it's like, no, no, no. I probably like, I know I'm too much of an anxious motherfucker to be like so bold. So it's like, nah, I think you misread. Just didn't happen, man. Just, but I didn't have the heart to tell him. That's what he remembers, and it's like, cool. But I know for a fact, being the probably the top Billy Kirkwood expert out there, that it's like,
so,
nah, didn't
so
happen.
basically, are you rocking around with stolen chivalry now?
Yeah, we bet, man. That's exactly what it is. No, I'm not saying like,
This
I
guy's
mean,
like cried peeling your poster off his wall.
yeah,
It wasn't him.
it was lovely everything he said, but the first thing I said is like that story did not that did not happen. Like maybe a version of it did, but his recollection of it was totally wrong. So
Oh,
it was like,
at least it's a good story, though.
oh,
Like,
mate, I don't mind it. Like part of it would kind of it did make me sound slightly like an asshole, but it's like I think it just even when he was telling it, I think the penny might have dropped. Like this doesn't really make sense, though.
was you the only one on the bill he like had a story for?
Yeah, and
Okay,
he's
cool.
got
So, well, like the next person got, he saved my mum from a fire. In the
exactly.
next one.
This next act invented the arsehole. Please welcome. And on he comes. But I mean, it was dead. It was dead lovely. I just remember thinking, like, fuck, man. But there it is. There it is.
I mean, so I know you do all round, but I've had quite a couple of Scottish comedians on, and I've sort of been taught the difference between Glasgow comedy and Edinburgh comedy.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that one head on. Utter bullshit.
Yeah,
Ah, it's just fucking what's funny is funny, man. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Hey, look, I managed to play in Glasgow and Edinburgh. So what the fuck does that mean?
yeah.
And I'm from neither place. So there you go. I don't know. I think people try to create layers sometimes. Like they try
Oh,
to
I like
go,
that. Yeah,
oh, it's a little more, it's little more artistic, a little more thoughtful over here, maybe
yeah.
even a little more, educated. And it's like, get fucked. Some of the smartest people I know in the world are also some of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. So, man, we're all telling different versions of dick jokes at the end of the day.
So, would you say like like obviously doing comedy for a while that like as I said, like the smartest people in the world are the dumbest people. Like, do you sort of get taken back bits? Like, like when the audience, like, they'll laugh at, like, the low hanging stuff and, like, say more,
Look, there's a term that I think certain comics like to use. They like to go, "Oh, it's hack," or going for the low hanging fruit. Some of that low hanging fruit is some of the sweetest. Nom 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 nom. You're there to make people laugh at the end of the day. And you know something? What you do, and you might think is the most sort of artistic and emotionally deep stuff you've ever done. Someone else thinks that's utter shite. So. I think comedians put themselves up on a pedestal. Do you know? I remember there being like, sounds like I'm really fucking kicking the tires of us all,
Oh, I'm
man.
loving this. Loving
Like
it.
I remember there's a brilliant comic called Josh uh, Pugh. I think I've got his name right. He's got a big curly hair, beard. Sorry, Josh, if I'm getting your name wrong. He's pretty well known, so that's pretty shite that I'm forgetting it. But I remember seeing a clip that he did once, and it was like he was making fun of how comedians think they sound in podcasts and how they actually are. And it was him going like, "Yeah, well, obviously, you know, the existential feelings that someone can get from some of the material I use. I mean, comedians are basically the modern day philosopher." And then it cuts to them go, so how much would it take to fuck your gran? You know, and it's just this is the thing, man. I come from like a theatrical and pretty artistic background, pretty liberal dude in that respect. But when you look at what we do under a magnifying glass, man, at the end of the day, funny is fucking funny. I have seen comics that consider they've put themselves on an artistic pedestal and they have struggled above the guy that is just telling some mad story about, you know, getting discount Dr. Pepper and getting the
Yeah.
shits or something, you know. And at
I've
the end
had
of the
that.
day,
I've genuinely had that when I was about 14 years old. Local corner shop. It was selling out of date 2 litre Dr Pepper cans for
oh,
50p for
fuck.
50p a bottle. So me and like my three mates, each of us like eight 2 litre bottles each. Back to my garage. Like Dr Pepper fights, all that. It's always Dr Pepper.
I fucking love Dr. Pepper. I
Love the stuff.
fucking
Love the
love it.
stuff.
But
Vanilla Coke was the go-to for a little bit.
oh no, no, no! Do not dig vanilla Coke.
I
What's
mean,
the
if
fucking lime Pepsi's out now? Fuck that noise. Not a
okay,
chance. Not
Iron
a
Brew.
chance. Oh, I like Iron Brew. I'm Scottish.
I don't get it. Do not get it.
Don't get
Like,
it. I'll keep getting told. People say it tastes like cream
no, it
soda, but
doesn't. 'Cause I like cream soda. That
well,
was
I
my
was about to
kidney
say
drink.
I don't like cream soda, but I like Iron Brew, so they can taste the same. It's
I mean,
bullshit.
you do
Bullshit.
Iron Brew cocktails?
No, I don't drink, dude. I'm the
Oh,
worst
okay.
Scotsman in the world. I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
So an Iron Brew cocktail is just Iron Brew with some ice in it that's slightly watered down for me, and that seems to be about it.
So you're absolutely killing it at the moment. Let's sort of go back right to the beginning.
Oh fuck,
Uh,
I don't know if I am. I was dropping off some flowers at the graveyard to visit my career before I came on here. So
well, I was saying you smashed it at Fringe.
I had a lovely Fringe this year.
Yeah.
I had a complete sellout run. That was awesome. The show was stupid as fuck this year. Next year it's going to be twice as filthy and twice as stupid. Next year it's going to be proper fucking stupid. I've got some really mental stuff planned for next year. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I had a lovely Fringe. I was doing my solo show. I was hosting a pick of the Fringe every day. I was doing a show called Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman with an Englishman and an Irishman, two of my best mates, which makes a big difference.
Fuck the Welsh. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Well,
weren't invited.
do you
They
know
weren't
the thing
invited.
is, man, I can tell you this right now. Like, sure enough, every show where we go, any Welsh in, he's never any Welsh in. And
Really?
yeah, and I pointed this out, like going, well, guys, we might have done that to ourselves because they're not in the fucking show title. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so I think they're going, oh, fuck you guys. And it's like, that's
Because
fair.
I want a Welshman, a Welshman, and a Welshman. You know?
Exactly. Where's that fucking show? Guys, do your own show. A Welshman, a Czechoslovakian, and just go mad. Be the United Nations of comedy, man. And I was doing that and doing other gigs around the Fringe and hosting Comedy in the Dark this year, which is stand-up comedy completely in the fucking dark, which is as ridiculous as it sounds, but fuck me, it was fun. Really fun. Really fun.
See, I've had someone on a couple of episodes back, Sophia, and she was up the Fringe, and she did naked comedy.
Oh yeah, I'd heard about that. Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds terrible.
honestly, the first question you ask, okay, so like, did the guy who ran this show, obviously he's got a big dick.
Let's hope so.
Well, no one with a small dick ever goes, you know what I'm gonna do to really progress my career? Go
I
on
just
stage,
think
butt
like
ass naked.
why do I have to stare at your naked fucking body, man? Is that like I don't get it. What's it gonna add to anything? You know? I just
Huh?
like
I mean,
but then it's a concept, man. If I guess I'm a bit worried that someone's gonna be there getting their jollies in some way. You know, someone's gonna be there with a
mm,
very specific kink, and it's like, oh my God, some guy wanking himself into a froth afterwards. I don't get it, but you know, each to their own.
I mean, we had it once at my brother's stag do. At my brother's stag do when he was getting married about fuck me, about 10 years ago. We dressed him up as a ballerina.
Yeah.
And it was like, can I wear boxers underneath this? It's like, well, obviously you can't. We're in Prague. We're going to push you out to the max. And then after like doing like, we went to like this arcade museum that had all
Right.
like the old pinball games. And then like we got drunk. And after we were sitting on the bench, this homeless woman comes up, sits next to him, and just starts finger blasting herself, staring at him.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's a compliment, and it's not a compliment at the same time. So, like, wanking, like, you wouldn't want, if you was to naked comedy, you wouldn't want everyone to be disgusted.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if a couple of people weren't like, but then again, fucking, majority of humans with our gear off, man, is not a pleasant sight. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
I have seen, yeah. You know what? It's just not for me, and I'm by no means a prude.
Yeah.
I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. It's like
Uh,
magic. I don't get
not,
magic either.
not for me, but it's also, I would go out my way to not stare at anything in case I got looked at staring at something. So you'd go like over and beyond.
Yeah, the only thing that came up was I remember someone telling me about it and go, and are the audience naked as well? And they went, no, that'd be ridiculous. I went, is it? Is it fucking ridiculous?
This is where we draw the line. So we're in your fucking world of Pandora here.
Yeah. So I've got to stare at your naked arse for fucking an hour, but I don't, and that's where it's like I don't get it. I'm a guy that like God, I love theater, I love all manner of things. I'm not above staring at a guy's junk because it's part of the show.
Yeah.
Not above that. I've got one foot in the cabaret world. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's like it's not even burlesque. It's not like there's no. We're just all going to get our gear off and make jokes about being naked. Actually, you know, if you are the promoter of naked comedy out there, hats off, good for
Yeah.
you, man. But it's not for me. Not for me.
At least juggle. Like,
I just, is there a funny like? Is there something else funny about the concept? I don't know. I don't get it. But
I
you know,
guess,
if you want to
yeah,
giggle your balls out, then go right ahead.
I don't know. Maybe if they all had like non-correct stereotype physiques. I'm trying to say that as polite.
Ah,
If I
right.
went up and did it as a fat guy, I think it'd be more funny.
Well, I mean, I hope it's not based on how you fucking look. Do you know what I mean? It's like, are you booking funny comic? Like, I guess I come back to that at the end of the day. It's like,
Funny.
it's funny, man. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck who you are, where you're from, what you look like, what your gender is, what your nationality
100%.
is, what your skin color is. As long as you're funny, that'd be a bit weird if they went. Anyway, next up we've got a guy that looks like this, and you're like, oh, fucking, it's like blind date. Then you just stare at someone naked. Oh, that's what that guy looks like. Nah, that's creepy, dude. In fact, fuck it, naked comedy. I'm coming out and saying it. It's a bit creepy. There it is. Said it. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I try to feel like what the worst was you could do. Could you do like, imagine it was like really, really far right hatred speech comedy naked?
Yeah, like that kind of that would kind of take everything away from it a little bit as well, wouldn't it? Like if a guy's up
Takes
there
the edge
going,
off a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
let's talk about immigrants. You're like going, dude, you've got a tiny dick. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, obviously he's going to talk about it then if he's got a tiny dick.
Yeah,
Like,
take the
that's
bass
his
out of your
go-to
voice.
material.
I'm making good points. Maybe that's what we should do before every general election, before the final election happens. Every prime ministerial candidate, every party leader has to do it bollock naked, just so we go. Not even seeing what their dick size is, just like, how does he handle this? How does he handle this? Or she, let's not be sexist.
Turn on the fan. Let's see
Exactly.
Or
Yeah,
if
we
you go
could
to the polling station naked, would people leave the house? I mean,
exactly. Oh God.
oh yeah, we're gonna because they're
Yeah,
mostly
draft.
going in schools and stuff, aren't they? Scrap that idea. Scrap that idea.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board
Not
on that
digging
one.
that. Not digging.
So when it comes to Fringe, because you sold it out every night, how did you come up with the show?
The show this year was a kind of exploration of my ADHD, which is I'm not one of these comics that what we call Edinburgh ADHD, undiagnosed. I'm so ADHD that it wasn't called ADHD when I first got diagnosed. It just called being a problem at school.
Yeah.
I think it's probably about the best way of putting it. So the show this year was unmitigated fun. There was no sad bits. There was no discernible narrative, and it was very improvisational. Like I'd left room to fail, if you like.
Nice.
And there was something just quite liberating about that. The show being a wee bit different every day. And I mean, I had people that would come back 2 or 3 times because the show would be a little bit
It would change
Definitely.
every time. How you started it to how it ended were like
Yeah,
two different
yeah.
fucking shows.
It would be different. Even had like mind those role play books you used to get in school, like choose your own, choose your path, and all that type of thing.
Mm.
There was a different ending and a different bits, and I on purpose had put in bits of chaos, stupid things like recreating Celine Dion's music video from the 90s and doing like there was things sprinkled all the way through it
Which one?
on purpose. It's all coming back to me now. Uh,
Standard.
um, on purpose in there to disrupt the flow of the show, like on purpose, which goes against every fucking. I mean, I've got nothing against guys that go out and they start road testing their show in November of the year before,
Yeah,
and
they've
they
already started now.
yeah they know every single word by the time they walk on stage. It's a real craft at that, and there's something I admire. But that works for them. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I think the experience I want people to go away with is being absolutely fucking buzzing. Absolutely fucking buzzing when they leave of like, fuck man, that was great. I'm gonna go tell all my friends that that was just insane and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go see him again.
Mm.
And that's what I kind of go for.
Okay, and so like you said like how many years you been doing Fringe now?
Say that again, boss.
How many years have you been doing Fringe?
Well, I took a big break
Right.
from doing the Fringe. I took about 6 years off, actually longer than that, probably about eight, for no reason apart from I just went for gigs instead of going to the Fringe.
Mm.
Because it used to be like the whole thing of the Fringe was, oh, you're going to go there, you're going to lose thousands of pounds, you're going to have to be away from home for a month.
Mm.
I mean, I like young kids and all this type of thing. So I'm going to take a break. I was also doing breakfast radio, and the idea of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and not getting home until fucking 1 o'clock in the morning for a month didn't appeal. But I got quite sick when I was doing breakfast radio, in terms of because it's not good for you, man. Like keeping those hours are not good for you at
Yeah.
all. It's a very toxic industry as well, or it can be. And this comes from somebody who works in fucking comedy. Do you know what I mean? So, and eventually I figured out that part of my depression, part of my frustration with my own comedy career was my fault.
Mm.
Like, oh, you're frustrated because you're not getting X, Y, and Z. Or that guy got it because his show went to the Fringe. But hang on, you're not at the Fringe.
Mm.
So maybe it's your fault. Like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
can't
so
be
you
a
sort of burnt yourself out.
yeah, I don't. I just you can't see the cloud for the trees. Do you know what I mean? You can't see the forest for the
Okay.
trees or whatever. So I went, fuck it, I'm going to go back to the Fringe. Then COVID happened. So, like, literally, 2020 was my big return to the Fringe. Fantastic. I mean, I went over and I would dabble, but I wouldn't do a full run.
Yeah.
Going back to the Fringe, COVID happened. So that was enough. I feel like it was only 1 year. I said this to someone the other day, and they said I was mental. I feel like we went back to do comedy in 2021. I might be
No,
wrong.
it was 20.
I think it was 2021 or 2022. I lean towards 2022, to be
I
honest.
can't remember because I know down here there was like zones and stuff. Like you
Yeah.
go to the pub on this, you can't go to the pub on this road, but you can
Uh,
cross the road and go to that pub. Then you had to have a Scotch egg with your food. Like
dude,
we will study. Kids will study this at school in like 5 years and be like, weren't times mental back in them days?
man, like honestly, like I was saying to my wife just the other day, like just people telling their the kind of lockdown stories from their point
Mhm.
of view. I mean, mine's was fucking mental. So I was on, like I say, I was on breakfast radio. So I was
Yeah,
in the middle of it. Like,
yeah,
and like even in a couple of days beforehand, when they did that weird thing where they said, "Oh, we're locked down, but we're not really locked down," because they
yeah.
had figured out like insurance and money and all this type of thing. So I remember my last gig was before lockdown was March 17th, 2020. It
Mm.
was and place was deserted. And on that day, Stand Comedy Club, Monkey Barrel Comedy Club, who are two of the big clubs up here,
Yes.
both closed. Like that was them announcing both closed and they were laying off staff effectively. I don't know. That's unfair with the Stand. I think the Stand hung on until furlough and all that type of thing came
But
in.
yeah, they started finding places out the arse, and no matter what you do, like unfortunately, you're not going to win against government when on
No,
things
no,
like that.
not at all.
And
But
and so many people they lost their minds during COVID, and we haven't got some people back.
no, mate, we really haven't. Like, they talk about the fucking pandemic. There was a mental health pandemic during that time. Some people lost their, like, honest to fuck, like,
Mm.
you should be getting a counseling the same way you should be getting like toilet roll this day and age.
Yeah,
It should be like something you have to do. Like every workplace, every school should have like a mental health practitioner in there.
yeah,
But anyway, that doesn't matter. I did
yeah,
like weird things during COVID. Like, of course, I was doing gigs like this.
yeah.
This was my stand-up stage for the best part of, I feel like it was a year before I got back on stage. I feel like it was I did driving gigs. I did the stand-up driving gigs. I
Okay.
did green screen gigs. I did some green screen gigs, which were like a giant studio with like a wall of LED Zoom people and you there with a mic. So it was the closest it came to feeling like a gig, in all fairness.
Do you ever watch Black Mirror?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, there's that episode, like, I think it's like one of the first seasons, and it's like where they've got to go on the bike, get the points to get the golden ticket, and there's all the audience that look like the Wii characters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of like that. Kind of like
Yeah,
that. I did every time. I did gigs on Windows Teams for fuck's sake.
yeah. And there was
And
Funhouse as well, weren't there?
yeah, yeah.
And
And
kind of they stole your data and sold it to China. I mean, Zoom or TeamSpeak, they came up with that rumor, didn't they? They were like, right, fuck
fucking
these
hell,
guys.
man. And then I did like and then I think I did my first gig up, do you know, not far away from Inverness, because they were in a lower zone.
Was you
And
gagging for it?
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I was actually more like, because I guess because I was doing radio and other things as well. I think it's like, I think I might be match fit. I
yeah.
might be like,
But with the audience as well, would they like literally just laugh at fucking anything because they're just so happy to be back?
I think in those first couple of days, yes. Like I
Your
certainly
first
I
joke gets heckled. Like, for
just
fuck's sake.
oh, I'd be like, fuck this noise.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna cough on all you pricks. I'm gonna
yeah.
lick the microphone before I leave.
I just got a vibe people wanted to get out again, man. So I think like I did that, and then I did Monkey Battle up here, which used
Yeah,
to take 150 people,
yeah,
started doing gigs, and I think it was instead of 150 people, it was 23. But those first gigs back, man, fucking hell, they were intense.
yeah.
And then I think I went down to headline the stand in Newcastle, who again were in a different zone. So
Yes.
like I'm driving down there going, it's going to be like 30 people in this giant room. And it wasn't because they'd just been the change because it was going into summer
Mm.
and they were 110. And it felt like so many fucking people. Like it felt mental. It's like
Mm.
fucking hell. Even I'm getting a little anxious about all this. And then they tried to close things down and they opened them up. But that was kind of us off to the races, man. So leading to that, I went back. I signed up to return to the Fringe. I'm gonna turn around and say it was 2021, but I think it was 2022 to be
Yeah.
honest. And even at that, it was like, right, the room can only take uh, 30 people or 20 people or something. I can't remember. The number was low.
Yeah.
Oh fuck it, let's give it a go. And then everything changed, and it was like, no, no, we're open. We're ready to go. I was like, fuck. So then I had the most wonderful Fringe because instead of there being 4,000 shows, there were 400
Yeah.
and didn't even need to send out flyers or anything. It's like completely sold out like almost instantly because, and again, it's quite funny because there were so many comics going like, yeah, I managed to sell out the Fringe run. You know how it is. It's like, dude, you sold out the Fringe run because there's not really any shows on. Get a grip of yourself, man. Who the fuck are you kidding? But it was great to come back, and it was one of those things, man, where it was like, ah, fuck, I still love this.
Mm.
I still love. I wish I didn't. I wish I'd like get a job as a grouter or a plumber or something like that. Life might be a wee bit easier, but I still love it, which
That,
is
that's the thing. You
frustrating.
you really do suffer for your art in comedy a little bit,
Yeah.
unless you are a theatre sellout or you are. Do you know what I
E-
mean?
Even those guys, man, like, I mean, in my Z list, wherever I am in the comedy world, I mean, I've got friends obviously that do well, and that seems like a business. I mean, I'm a business,
Mm.
but I like that gives me anxiety because obviously that's somewhere where I'm trying to build to. I want to go back and tour and doing solo shows, and
Yeah.
that's a big thing in next year and the year after. Um, but it's like, fuck, man, that's a business. There's no way I could do that on my own.
Mm.
There's no way I could do that on my own. And I mean, I'm good friends, and like you lose a bit of, you lose a bit of privacy, and also your opinions and what you do starts carrying weight in a way you're not quite ready for. I mean, fuck it, man. Like I get criticized just for existing, so I can only fucking imagine what it's like for Dan Sloss and stuff like that. And I'm thinking of the contemporaries like, guys like Mark Jennings who's coming up. He's viral. So all you need to do is look at videos and you'll just see it'll be like 3 minutes of gold. And there'll be
Yeah.
someone who goes like unfunniest thing on the planet. Fuck this guy. And you're going
Yeah,
like,
I guess
why,
it's one of
why
those,
did you watch it then?
when you get to that level, like there's almost this thing that's like a social media audit.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like let's go back to because like you still get them on like what you said in Facebook on 2008, and you
yeah.
cringe at your own stuff. Now imagine there were people there judging your own cringe levels, like back from the Facebook posts.
Oh, dude, every time one of those memories comes up and every now and then it's like, oh, I might delete that. Just get rid of that now. And it's a sad thing. So you think about like guys that are, I mean, a Kevin Bridges or something. I mean, Kevin can't go out and like, have dinner without getting mobbed.
Yeah,
Kevin's a dad now and stuff, fucking, it must be very anxious. And I think about all the things I've said over the years and I go,
yeah.
thank fuck I'm not particularly, I'm not
Yeah.
famous.
But it is
Because
like, if
I'd
say,
be
we'll
done
do
in
Kevin
10
Bridges
minutes.
because Kevin Bridges is one of my all-time favourites. He is one of the greats. We know that. But
Absolutely.
but if he's having dinner with his kids and then like people pest him and he tells them to fuck off, all of a sudden the news will portray it as oh Kevin Bridges, hates his fans
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
because that's the shit that will like sell. I mean, when you had to do like the morning news, did you ever have to bend the truth a little bit to get the views?
On the radio.
Yeah.
No, no, it's kind of weird because I always felt like I was doing an impression of how I
Right.
think I should act, as opposed to, I mean, it wasn't me, it wasn't this guy on the radio in the morning. It was the guy they needed for radio, which is quite frustrating as well because you get people that see you do stand up and they go, "Oh fuck, man, that on breakfast radio would be amazing."
Mm.
So you want me to like the 20 minutes that I've taken a year getting fucking ready? You think I'm just going to be blasting that out every morning, like
Yeah.
having your Cocoa Pops and waiting for Rita Ora or some fucking basic beige motherfucker to blast out the stage. I never liked any of the music either, so I did lie. I did lie all the time. It's
What type
great,
of
but
music was it?
it's just popular stuff. It's what's in the charts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The guys that
Regurgitated shit.
yeah, the guys that I work for, if you know anything about radio, if you turn it on, like 90% of the big stations, it's just songs on rotation, man.
Yeah.
Right. So
Whereas when I'm driving, like over down there, like my phone cuts out and it has to go to heart radio, and you just die a little bit inside, and you can almost tell what the next song's going to be by the way they end the previous adverts, like tune bit.
yeah,
So the duh duh I bring you like you can just like tell, and it's just regurgitating garbage. I mean, luckily I've always been a rock guy all my
good,
life.
good man,
Like
good man.
stand it. I'll go. We'll have a quick dick sizing competition then. I've seen Slipknot,
Right,
Rage Against the Machine, Funeral for a Friend, Blink
nice.
182, Sum 41, Bloodhound Gang, Army Freshman, Rammstein. Gutted I couldn't go see Prince of Darkness. Fuck me, Ozzy Osbourne. Wish
Oh Jesus, man! I don't think my heart could have taken it.
no.
See, even like the last video, it's like, and it turned out to be the last videos. My heart couldn't have taken that, man. I
Well,
just couldn't have taken it.
I did love the thing, and I did love the comparison a little bit. It was like because Hulk Hogan passed away. I've
He
said it at
did,
the same
yeah,
time,
yeah.
but Hulk Hogan died 4 years younger than Ozzy Osbourne. Was Jim fitness health freak? Ozzy did every single drug under the sun.
Oh, I've got to say, like, as a big wrestling guy, as you can see,
Yeah.
the big wrestling guy, I don't think Hulk Hogan was completely. I don't think anybody like say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and take your somas. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Hulk was a and seemingly a bit of a cunt. So, but there you go.
Well, he had,
Uh,
he had a great PR team.
He
So
did have a guy. It's one of those separating the art from the artist a little bit with Hulk Hogan. When his legacy in later years was somewhat tainted, but back in the day, man, who wasn't he a Hulkamaniac?
when you was doing Fringe this year, and
Yeah.
you've already solidified you're doing it next year, did you sort of come up with the idea for next year whilst doing it this year?
Yes. Yes. I kind of started talking about it on the run up to this Fringe.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of weird because last year, just before Fringe, me and Cancer had a little square up, and I
Class
won,
one.
So you won't be able to see it, but I've got quite the scar on my neck.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
runs down the length of my
So
neck.
we're having scar offs.
There we go. Lovely. That what was that? Was that torn bicep or something? What was
Uh,
that?
the humerus ripped through the bicep,
Oh
but
shit.
like my whole body is just full with
Yeah.
scars.
I'm a
Like
I'm a
I'm a kilo scarer.
I'm a rugby guy, so fucking I've
Uh,
got dents and bumps all over the
Right.
fucking place.
Well, I'll piss you off saying this. I played rugby at a professional level, and I played American football at a professional level.
Oh, nice.
I found American football harder.
I know I can see that. It's do you know what it is in American football that's so difficult is the stopping and starting, man.
No, I loved that bit.
You did? Oh no.
I was O-line. I was O-line at a prop in rugby. I fucking love the stop and starting. Because like when they're
Whatever.
in the huddle and they say like they give like the QB says what they got to do. All you've got to do as the O-line usually be like right, okay, so 32, 34, zigzag, da da da. All you have to do on the line is hear the first number. Because if it's 32, it means right, it's going through 32. So it's like right, cool, yep. I don't have to listen anymore. Like
Ah,
it was the off-ball tackles. Where in American
is that what
football,
they're
every
doing?
single play you're hitting the D line, or you're going through and sacking some poor prick who's not looking, which was the fun bit. But it was so. Go with Fringe then next year. What sort of like do you have in store for it?
Well, I want to build on the themes from this year in terms of like chaotic, like it sounds silly, but I always want to give the impression of this is not rehearsed. This is an in the moment thing, and that's my favorite thing about comedy is being in the room, being in the room, being in the moment. So
That petrifies me.
I love it.
All comedians different. That would petrify me. Would have to go up. Even my bumbles would be scripted bumbles.
Fair.
That scared the shit out of me.
But I think the idea of uh, deliberately disrupting the narrative and it just being stupid shit. Like I say, I recreated the video to Celine Dion's It's All Coming Back to Me Now, using a bed sheet and party poppers and just stupid shit that I think it's like people making people laugh and enjoy something and open up in a way that they're not expecting to. So there's this torrent of filth and stream of consciousness from the stand up, and then it's like, right, now we're doing this. And it's like, fuck. I love that. I love that. That's what gives me a buzz more. Is making people. It's just making people laugh and having a good time. They're so connected. Would I sit and listen to just a straight hour of stand up? Of course I would. But I would like to feel something when I went away. And just the idea of somebody going, oh, see that bit when he was talking about the Pokemon nipples and see that bit when,
Yeah.
oh, and when he fucking did that thing with the marshmallows, what the fuck? Just like, so someone hears that and they go, what the fuck was this?
Yeah,
What?
no, you got me on Pokemon nipples now. I can't lie.
Well, there you go. Do they have them? You got to Google.
I'm literally going through. I'm only going through the first 150. Fuck the rest.
I can tell
So
you now. I can tell you now. There are Pokemon nipples.
Jinx,
There are Pokemon nipples.
Jinx has got some big old titties.
Well, I don't want to disrupt it for anyone that's watching because I know we've said this on the podcast. Someone's googling it right now. Hopefully with a VPN.
Yeah.
You guys do what you need to do and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. We're back to the naked comedy wanking. What's going on? We're
Yeah.
back to the naked comedy wanking.
I'm still going through. If the Pokemon evolves, do the nipples change?
But there's many questions. Do you know what I mean? Do the nipples have secret powers? These are all the things.
I, I,
Somebody out there knows. Somebody out there knows.
I tried to write a bit. I've never done it on stage, but it was how Professor Oak was a hack because he spent his whole life doing the Pokedex. Here Ash, this is my legacy. There's 150 Pokemon. Oh, what about Johto over there? What about that region? No, there's no Pokemon over there. Don't be a fucking idiot. There's only 100. Look, I've been studying this my whole life. There's only 150. Oh, Ash, get the fuck out. Okay. Then next season, he's over there. Like, oh, Ash, let me update your Pokedex. No, he's a fucking hack job.
Yeah. He's a fucking. We think he might be a nonce. We're not sure. There's something going on.
I mean, he. It was only in Palatine, I think, where he had to secure the age of being 10 years or 11 years old to get a Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now that is bad parenting.
Oh, he's up to something. He's
Yeah.
up to something.
I want 11-year-olds to come to my lab. I want to give them this weird toy creature thing and just gonna send them off into the wild. One thing I do love though, Pokemon, it truly is generational.
Yes.
Like I would say it's the one that came out in. I mean, I'm 33. I know I dare. I'm gonna say roughly around the same.
No.
Up or down?
Up.
Oh, okay, I won't ask then. Well, what was your first Pokemon card?
Do you know, man? I have to confess, not a Pokemon guy. Not a
Ah, let
Pokemon
down.
guy. Well,
Ah,
actually, that is slightly unfair. I did play a whole bunch of the Pokemon games.
yeah.
And so I'm slightly full of shit there. But I didn't collect cards just because I'm the youngest of three brothers, man. Those things would get fucked up if
Oh,
I brought them into the house. So no, I didn't collect anything
yeah.
like that. It was
I mean,
wrestling for me. Wrestling and titties. That's basically what it was.
I used to do a fucked up thing with Pokemon cards. Not gonna lie. So I had a twin and older brother as well, and every time I got a Pokemon card that I didn't want them to touch, I used to wipe it over my balls.
Nice. That's a good idea.
But
That was
I did it as like a cashier register, like beep, you're in, beep, you're in. So they never touch my cards. All them cards are now in a little silver, like pack thing I've got. There's like
one
all first edition ones, but I will never. If I send them, I'll never tell them. My balls have been wiped over every single one of these cards.
one day they're going to use the DNA on that to bring you back. That's what they're going to do. The one
Yeah,
day, like
what's
Futurama, they're going to like, oh, what's on these cards? Boom, and there you'll be.
I did it on the Snorlax one. Now it's actual Snorlax DNA.
There you go. There you go. They think you're a Snorlax.
They think, yeah, we have Snorlax's
Oh, really?
DNA.
Hang on. Well, how did your DNA get on these? Exactly. Well, I might have rubbed my balls on them. It's like,
Yeah, what it was year two, I think, or year three. I think it's different. You have high school and shit, don't you? Like,
yeah, we have secondary. We do have secondary,
no,
but
we,
we
we
have
got
high
primary,
schools as well.
secondary.
Yeah, we have primary. We do have high schools as well. It kind of depends on where you are.
Okay, cool. Fair. So, what's the most fucked up thing you saw at Fringe this year?
Fuck, man. What was the most fucked up thing I think I saw? Um, I did see it. Right, I discovered that people from Scotland can't look tough
Can or
because
can't?
cannot. Because there was a guy outside and he was well, certainly they can't look tougher than an ice cream cone in their hand. Because I saw a couple of guys outside the venue having a fight, and one has got a cone, and he's like, "Oh, you think that, do you? You fucking arsehole, aye." So anyway, and it just completely took me out of it. Just like we've lost our way.
You got
Watching
the
this
ick. You got the
this guy
ick.
trying to lick his elbow while trying to have a fight. It's just not working, man. It's just not working. In terms of fucked up shows, though,
I mean, real quick, I would judge him more if he dropped his ice cream to fight.
well, that would I don't know, man. I think I might have admired that a little bit. At least
I
it's
wouldn't.
fucking
I wouldn't because the prices in Fringe are extortionate. If he had a multi pack and it was from his freezer at home, I'd get that. But no,
you got nowhere to go to get cheap
yeah,
ice cream.
I,
You got nowhere to go.
I want to protect my left, just to have the ice cream. I'd take the hit. And also, if it hurts, you got something to put on it.
I'd admired it more if he'd been able to box ice cream in hand. I'd have fucking if it had been like a bang and a guy went down and he licked ice cream. It's like fucking hell. That's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, man. That
Where
is
like the
fucking
cornetto in his
awesome.
mouth, like. Oh. So much fucked up show.
Do you know I didn't get to see a lot of shows? I know I hate saying. Oh no, that's unfair. I went to see Stamptown,
Okay, cool.
which
Yep.
I love Stamptown. I go see it every year. How can you describe you shouldn't describe Stamptown. Just go and see it. It's like an insane cabaret show in real life. You don't know what's right, you don't know what's wrong. You are just letting yourself go. One night it might be amazing, one night it might be shite, but you've got to go and see Stamptown. I love shit like that. So that for me, I think someone played their bagpipes with their anus this year. That was a good one. I saw
Cool.
that.
What's on? Flower
So you
Scotland.
you get to see like cabaret acts and comedians and a little bit of everything. So go and see Stamptown. That would be that was it. But then I feel like that's not the most insane thing really because it's meant to be insane, and
Yeah, I mean the
I
fringe
paid
is
money
the
to go
full
and see that.
spectrum. The
Yeah,
fringe is
yeah,
full spectrum in it. Like it's just
yeah,
everyone. It's basically everyone. Just every single crayon's come out the box, and
yeah, exactly, yeah.
but I love that at the same time. How long do you think a comedian should be doing comedy before they try and do a fringe show? Because if they got up too early and they don't, particularly
Well,
do well, they might, dishearten them for the future.
I think you need to be. the thing is, man, you get people coming in with 5 year plans and shit.
Mm.
I think you need to be doing the clubs. You need to be doing every single type of night you can get on at. Easier said than done, but you should be doing all these different types of shows. Um, could you do it within the first year? You shouldn't be doing a solo show on your own within the first year. That's not to say you can't. You're going to have to commit yourself, though. Will it be the greatest show ever? Could be. Might also be the worst thing you've ever done. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I hate the idea of gatekeeping. People gatekeeping. That I would say, why not go up and do a show with another comic on a similar level, or with another comic that maybe is a wee bit ahead of you, so you can learn from them. And you're in a kind of nice environment. Audiences come in, they know what to expect, or maybe even a couple of comics, do it with a couple of mates,
Yeah.
and just get better. Treat it. That's effectively what the Fringe is. I mean, for some people, treat the Fringe like it's a make or break. For me, it's like I want to come out the Fringe better than when I started.
Mm.
Every year, I want to come out with some new stuff. I want to come out with just be sharper and haven't enjoyed it. I had a fucking blast this year. I was not, despite the fact at the start of week one, I was like, oh, fuck this, 3 weeks. By the end of it, I was not ready for it to finish.
Mm.
I was not
Was it
ready.
like a roller coaster though? Like at a point you were like, oh fuck this, and then you know,
It's
so
it's
the last day of
long, man.
holiday.
It's long, and I was doing like on average 3 shows a day.
Mm.
So, and I would have to drive an hour to get to the Fringe and an hour home and all this type of shit, and and doing other gigs and what have you. So there is definitely a bit where you go like, oh fucking hell, I've got to this for 3 more fucking weeks.
Yeah.
And then you're halfway through week two and you go, oh shit, the audience numbers are all starting to go down because everyone's away back to school, and then they don't go down, and then or they do go down. It's you got to send out your flyers in a blind panic. So it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
I
But
don't, I've got a multi-million-pound idea for next Fringe,
go on then.
and so drones.
Right,
Okay, tell me the logistics of this drones. But a drone can hold up to I think it's like 8 kilos of weight.
right.
So if you people could put their flyers on drones and you'd hover them fly slowly throughout the town.
I mean, you could do it, but man, I'm not going anywhere near that fucking drone.
I think people would throw stuff at it. But I thought like, that's a good way to fly her.
I'm quite picky. I always like my flyers to be performers.
Yeah.
Who I can give some extra money to. In fact, I've already booked my flyers for next year. That's how ahead of the game I am. And I want to know them. I want them to be friends. I want them to be friends because then they give a shit and I give a shit. You know what I mean? It's
What's the
fucked up, isn't it?
What's the logistics side of putting on the Fringe?
I mean, dude, it's different depending on the situation. I mean, sometimes you'll hook up with a venue that will take on everything, even the,
Right.
the program inclusion for you.
But then I've seen
Uh,
some of them where it's like, oh, we'll pass your picture thing through like the whole town, and it ends up being like behind the bins.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. I've seen the guys might go, oh, we'll PR it, we'll do such and such,
Mm,
and then they present you with a 10 grand bill at the end of it.
mm.
That even though you're sold out every night, you can't do. Then these venues like Monkey Barrel and the Stand that kind of look after you. I'm down at the Scottish Comedy Festival, so I do everything in the house. I kind of
Yeah,
look after everything myself. Maybe because I'm a little bit of a control freak, but I guess also if it fucks up, it's my fault.
yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
if
Well,
it
same,
fucks,
same with this pod. I could have decided to bring some people on to help me, but I have to do everything. Have to
yeah,
do everything. But then also, I know this sounds really like prickish. The pot doesn't get thinned out either.
no, I get that. I totally get that. And you've got to. I know you've got to, speculate to accumulate and all that type of
Yeah.
thing. But it's not about the money. It's about having a good time. It's about like I said, it's about getting better. I mean, obviously, you want to cover your cash and what have you.
Yeah,
So you
if you end up not in the red but not much in the green, then
yeah,
the experience is
you've
worth
done
it.
well. If you're breaking even, if you're getting something from it, for me, it's like the Super Bowl of comedy. Why? For those years where I wasn't there, it's like, why was I not here? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense now. So I wish I could go back and say to him, go to the Fringe.
Mm.
Go to the fucking Fringe. But no, the logistics of it are different. If you want to put a show on at the Fringe, there is a road for you to do it, but you are gonna have to do the work.
Yeah.
You are gonna have to do the work. There's just not people, and I think a lot of new comics fall into that kind of. Oh, I'm going to go and be discovered, or I'm going to go do this, or they get a maybe an established venue that's given them a shite hawk of a time, and they go, yeah, but I'm on it, such and such.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a big prestigious venue, and then no one's coming because they don't know who you are. You didn't put up posters, you didn't put up flyers, but the venue
Yeah.
said they were going to, yeah, and they didn't. So what are you going to do now?
Yeah, their equivalent of just like doing a social media post.
Yeah, yeah, shit like that. Like I
Oh,
literally had that conversation with a bud of mine about the Glasgow Comedy Festival for next year, and he said, "Oh, I mean, they didn't even put out a post. They didn't even put out a post or an email saying that the show was on." And going like, "But this is a business arrangement. If you
yeah,
didn't agree that beforehand, they are under no obligation to sell your show. Why
yeah,
do you think they are under an obligation to sell your show?"
they're not on a variable rate here. They're a fixed. They've got their money regardless.
Yeah, it's like because I mean you obviously you're posting this online. That'd be like going like, I can't believe Apple haven't put out to their mailing list that my podcast's on. You know,
Yeah.
no obligation. You have to do all
I
that
know
work.
they've only got 1 billion people subscribing them. Why can't they just tag me in the end of every single time? It's
Exactly.
outrageous. Yeah,
It'd be the least they could do,
yeah.
Dan. It'd be the least they could do.
I pay $45 a month to have it on Amazon, Spotify, um, Apple, 12 others. Why are they not? My $45 is going to make or break them monthly. This is bullshit. I can start my own podcast now. No, my own podcast. I don't fucking know, to be honest. So, okay, I'll do some of my like little basic bitch questions. Not basic, the ones I always love to hear. What's been the worst? What's the worst time you bombed on the stage?
Oh fuck, I don't know. It's probably still to come, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know. It gets kind of weird because you start kind of dealing with it and you almost enjoy it.
I bombed last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I think my favorite thing to do is to kind of acknowledge it. And almost audiences kind of relax a little bit when you do. It's like
yeah.
this isn't going fucking well, but folks, I'll level with you. This isn't a make or break for me. I'll be doing this shit tomorrow. You know, and you can kind of revel in how badly it's going, and it almost improves. So I don't know, man. I think I've done some corporates that have been shit. It can come out of nowhere, man. The greatest comics in the world fucking bomb. And if you don't learn something from it, then again, maybe you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, no, I had Jamie Hutchinson on the other day. And
Oh, love Jamie.
he's a great lad. He did a corporate gig a couple of weeks back of about I think it was only about 100 people and 40 of them walked out.
Ha! See?
Yeah,
Because
but he ain't changing who he is. Like he gets paid the
no,
same,
dude, it's like
and he just laughed it off. It was like he looks forward to it. He looks forward to bombing
oh,
almost.
corporates are the fucking worst, man. Because like there's at least been a couple I've talked my way out of.
Fair.
I went, why do you want a comedian at this? Have you seen my act? Oh yeah, I love you. It's like, do you though?
Yeah. Do,
Like,
you- do you think it's the same? Because I owned a tech company,
right.
tech recruitment company, and I sold it in 2020. And then
Uh-huh.
I sold at the end of 2020 because I came back a week. I came back on my mum's birthday, sorry, 15th of March
Right.
2020. We went into lockdown a week later, so I was stuck in the country. So I was like, fuck it, I'll buy a pub instead, like any other rational person does during lockdown. And
Nice.
what was it? And the tech, they always hated it because HR would hire for tech positions, but they know nothing about tech.
Right.
So treat the HR like doing the comedians, bringing them when they should actually be going to the most twisted fuck in the office and going, look, we're going to bring a comedian. Who should we bring on?
I
Like,
think
is it HR being in control of the decisions they shouldn't be in control of?
I don't know, man. I think sometimes these gigs, like I did one a couple of years ago. I won't say who it's from because I'm still gigging for them. And so I was on there just as a comic, and there was I think the guy that ran it was hosting it, and it was quite a big do. It was for and it was actually for mental health and in the construction industry.
Oh, cool, cool.
So there you go. And there was a guy on before me who was like a retired football referee or something. I can't remember. I don't
Right.
remember the gentleman's name, but he had an OBE. How much I do remember. And I turned up late. Well, on purpose. They knew I was coming late.
Yeah.
And this guy's on stage and fucking you could hear a pin drop.
Oh,
Like a fucking they weren't even booing. They were just so polite that they just went, but we're not laughing. You know, it's just like because he wasn't saying and it was like it's like sportsman's dinner kind of a thing, you know. And he's saying things like, and I remember I got into a taxi cab with Alex Ferguson. And clearly that's a bit where normally people go, oh, Alex Ferguson, yes, yes, yes. Nothing. Fuck all. Fuck all. Why this guy's on and bombing? The guy that ran it came up to me and went, well, I'll just get you straight on after. I went, absolutely fucking not. We're having a break. We're doing this. We're blah, blah, blah. So I just ended up taking it by the horns a wee bit and saying, like, right, you're going to introduce me after the break. I'll even do a countdown to you coming back on stage because they weren't even listening to the host.
Yeah.
Just kind of changed the dynamic. And then I went on and just fucked about for 20 minutes. But that gig went so well, they went, can we book you for next year? It was like, that was hell, man. Although then so they got me in to host it the following year, which was an easier gig. But then a mate of mine was booked to be the comic, and I did have to say to him, this isn't going to be easy, mate. I'll be fine. It's not. It's not. I will do everything within my power. But this is not going to go well. I'll be fine. Dude. As a friend. Just be ready for it. It's like, I'll be fine. And then, yeah, the guy walked off to the sound of his own footsteps, and it's like, fuck. And I watch comedy like football. I just want other comics to do well.
Yeah.
Like, I just want them to do well. I remember being at the fact going, fuck these guys. But then
I challenge that. If a comedian's likable, I like him to do well.
Oh, that's fair. There's a couple of fucking closet pricks up here that I quite enjoy seeing not do well.
Or like the ones who absolutely suck dick on stage and then they walk off being like, smashed it or shit crowd. It's like, no, I had a shit crowd, mate. It's just
don't get me started. I still remember this guy who was relatively new. This is going to sound cruel, but it's not meant to be cruel. But the same advice I got when I was starting, he came off and he went, "What happened?" And I said, "It was just be funny next time."
Yeah,
just be funny. It was just like it wasn't your night. Oh, it was the crowd. Went I went, nope, wasn't the crowd. Can't you blame your crowd? It was you.
Yeah. The best advice I ever got given was, I was like, what do you think? He was like, you got to get better.
Get better.
Just get better.
Keep going.
Yeah. Like, you got to learn more. And, you know, it's one of them ones, it takes years and years to even get to a certain sort of level. But with the corporate gigs, do they sort of like tell you what you can and can't joke about?
It certainly came up at a couple. But it tends to not be too much, to be honest. No, not too much. I mean, if it's a mental health charity, it's like, well, don't make fun about fucking suicide and what have you, you know.
Yeah.
Not that I would anyway. Or if it's for Amnesty International, there's some things that you should consider.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I'm not here to sway anyone's artistic temperament or what have you. But if you're doing a gig for a charity or a corporate or something like that, and you go, well, tough, I'm doing my fucking suicide joke.
Yeah.
I build a suicide joke. Like, it better be the fucking funniest joke on the planet, man.
Yeah.
Like, you better be fucking sure. Because if not, then it just makes you look like a bit of a prick. And I've seen it happen. I'm doing my bit. They'll love this. No, they won't. Because a lot of them aren't, the majority of people at corporates, they're not there for you. In fact, they're not there for you. They're there for the night. You're just part of it.
Yeah, you're not the night.
Yeah. The best piece of advice I'd probably give anyone is if you're new to comedy, stage time. If it means getting up in the office and doing the fucking speech, getting up at your birthday doing a speech, just recording yourself ranting, just talking. It's the only way you're going to get any better. And on the other side of it, there's a comic called Terry Alderton. I don't know if you know Terry, but I remember hearing an amazing bit of advice he gave, and it was just get over yourself. Just get over yourself. Like, if you've got an ego, just fucking get over it, man. Like, you're going to have to tell yourself some hard shit about, and that's the same with any job, Dan. You know what I mean? It's like, you're going to have to tell yourself some hard shit.
Yeah.
And just deal with it.
I thought my reality is like, you know, when everyone posts things online and things like people give people like 1-star reviews, shit like that. My thing is, no one gives a shit about you. No one gives a shit about your opinion. Like, why do you think you're so important that people want to listen? Like, I say that whilst doing an episode on my own fucking podcast. There's a level of hypocrisy on that. But
the difference is, like, so if someone could criticize your podcast, but they haven't done a podcast.
Yeah. A lot of that with the review thing. with a review thing, if someone is dog shit, 1 star, fair enough. If someone is amazing, 5 star. The people who go out their way to give 2, 3, or 4 star, they're the
Yeah.
people I'm talking about.
No,
Like,
I get that. Comedy and comedy's subjective as well. One man's dog shit is another man's fucking treasure.
yeah,
And the opinions thing fucking does my tits in.
yeah,
Especially when you do have to go like, I don't really care, but
yeah.
I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm sure you are, but I'm sure you think you are, but it doesn't really matter. It's like, if someone doesn't like me, that's on them. That's realistically none of my fucking business.
A,
Am I
a,
meant to change
a
who I am
million.
and what I do for just the benefit of one person? I mean, it's a guy that this is quite creepy actually. There's a guy that I went to college with, and somehow I occupy space in this guy's head.
Rent free, love it.
Oh my God. Like, I don't know what it is, but I reading through the Matrix, I think it might be jealousy. I suspect I keep popping up in places and that fucks him off.
Nice.
Because I remember there was one point he would put like "still not funny" on like a couple of YouTube videos and stuff like that, and people would start dogpiling on him. It was like, no, leave him alone. I don't care.
But it's all good for the algorithm. Commenting what you want, mate. To
Yeah,
be
but
honest.
again, I'm just like, but fucking, I wonder what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's like, and I think the last thing I said to him was like, living rent free in your head, man. I don't know what it is, but I wish you all the best.
Does anyone live rent free in your head?
Nah.
See, I've only got one, and it was this massive, massive black girl in college,
Right.
really religious, and any time I said anything, because I've always tried to be funny, tried, big word, she always said, Daniel, I'll pray for your soul. And to me, that was condescending. And it's been about, what, 15 years now since college. That still lives rent free in my head. Anytime I do a joke, her just disapproving, going, I'll pray for your soul.
Well, you know, all I would say is, thanks very much.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's still, I probably think about that once a week still. Just,
Uh, no, there's only so many sunsets and shit, man. I don't tend to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm ADHD, so I can be emotionally linked to things, but I also do a trick of imagine what you'd be doing right now if you didn't give a fuck about this.
yeah,
Like, just imagine that this thing's pissed me off. Imagine I didn't give a fuck about it. What would be happening?
yeah,
If I think I'm still going to be angry about it, it's probably important. Probably should do something about it.
yeah,
If I'm just going to be going eating a fab ice lolly, sitting on the couch playing my Switch, I'll go do that. You know,
yeah.
I just well, if I just don't give a fuck about it, there it is. Or I could be away writing jokes, booking gigs, and just having a good time, man. Fucking, there's too many people panning you in the back looking for a place to put a dagger, man. Why give a fuck?
Yeah,
Why
but
honestly give a fuck?
I mean, the best advice I ever got given, and it was by like a good friend of mine who was one of my regulars in the pub. Anytime I worried about anything, you know, like, oh, like the aircon wasn't working, or, you know, a drink had gone out a day or something like that, all he would say to me is, chill out, you loser. And I'm like, no. He's like, no, chill out, you loser.
Yeah.
And he had to like refurb it like, a couple of times, like, you know what, yeah, like, you worry about 80% of the shit that doesn't actually materialize into anything.
That is it, man. You'd spend all your time worrying about it. You're not in the moment. I'm learning that more and more as I'm getting older. Fuck that noise, man. Absolutely fuck that noise. Which can come across as not giving a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, but I care. The problem is I care intensely, but I also have started caring more about my fucking self and my own sanity. Because how are you meant to be a good version of yourself? How are you meant to be a funny version of yourself if you're tied up? Oh, comedians, we're all tortured. Oh, we're all so tortured and deep. Are we? Are we really? Are we though? Are we
Do
though?
you know what? I would
Are
say
we though?
I do think most comedians do start off from a dark place.
Oh, I think we're all mentally ill. I didn't say we were. I didn't say. I think the fundamental idea of it
I'd
is,
never want a comedian for fucking PM. I'll tell you that much for
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Like,
It's look at how Zelensky did. Am I right? Oh, cool. But yeah, sometimes it's just like we got to look after ourselves and have fun. How are you meant to write about funny experiences? I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a good way to deal with things. Comedy has got me through some dark times, some shitty days. Like, but man, it's about keeping a positive mentality as much as you can, man, because otherwise you're just gonna. It's like even worrying about that guy. Look how well that guy's doing. Fucking hell, I started off with that guy. Look how well that guy's doing.
yeah,
Fucking use is that doing me?
yeah,
That's not doing me any good. But hey, look, that guy's doing great. Fucking good for him. He's putting the work. I should be learning from that. I should be doing that. I'm gonna do that.
yeah.
turned in the flip of an eye, man. Because
Yeah,
imagine that, like, you could have done like 10 episodes of this podcast, and we're like, oh, it's not getting the traction that podcast is or that podcast is. Right, I'll give up. What's that?
yeah,
How's that gonna help you, man?
yeah. Oh, I got so excited because like I'm not demeaning any of like the comedians I've interviewed at the beginning because I had some fucking amazing name. Ali Woods was fucking episode 22. Like,
Oh,
like, do you know what I mean?
I
Alistair
don't know
Barry was
Ali.
like
I don't know
23.
Ali well, but I know his work. I don't know. I know his work. He's
Yeah,
amazing.
like, but I've had great, but at the beginning, it was like a couple like like hit or misses, and I was like, oh my god, like, and oh my, this episode's had 10 views.
Yeah,
And I remember
yeah,
like going on to like YouTube next. I was only on YouTube, going on to the next day. YouTube still wasn't blowing up as I needed it to.
yeah,
But I was like, oh my god, this video's in double digits.
yeah.
And now I get annoyed if a video doesn't hit 1,000 on all
Uh,
platforms.
dude, like,
And Joe, this is only what fucking like because episode 80. Oh god, I've just given away how fucking in advance I record these. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah, but you always still want that next thing. You're always comparing yourself to other people's.
yeah, and it's all right to be critical of yourself. Like, I know there's a comic friend of mine, a guy called Joe Keenan, who's one of the funniest motherfuckers in the world. Like
Yeah.
his social media, he used to tweet a lot more. He doesn't do that as much as he used to. Like, honestly, the funniest motherfucker in the world on Twitter. And I remember talking to him about it and going like, "Oh man, just he put up the most ridiculous tweet, 1,000 retweets." He goes, "Right, okay, here's a joke I've written. This is a belter." Nothing.
Yeah.
like no, and I'm not meaning like just one or two retweets. Nothing. It's just like, and he would phone me or text me to go, "Look at this, look at this."
Elon hates me.
And it must be like so frustrating for like full time. I mean, I've put up bits of stand up and I've went, that one got 10,000.
Yeah.
That one got 53. That's the better bit.
Yeah.
It's just the way it goes, man. But will that stop you making another bet? No, no, it won't. It
No,
won't. It won't.
just keep on keeping on. To be honest, I mean, I don't understand this social media verse. Like, I basically just do the same post and I just copy and paste it on every single different social.
I think we
Uh,
have to though, man. I think it's just part of the game, isn't it? It's just
uh,
part of the game.
I hate that page. I mean, we'll sort of like wrap it up in a second. But in comedy nowadays, trying to become, say your goal is to become as famous and successful as comedian as possible. How important of is being funny, but how much part of that is being good at social media, being marketable, networking and stuff.
It's so weird because it's a combination of all of them, I would say.
Mm.
Social media is dead important just now. It's not something I'm great at. I'm not gonna lie. I could always be better, but I'm a one man team. Well, that's unfair. I've got an agent that does stuff for me, but I'm a one man team effectively. But then again, I've seen some people that have started their comedy career off social media. I've seen people that are 30 years in and they've kick-started the next chapter of their career off social media.
Yeah.
But then I also know folk that just seem to like, how the fuck do you get this? Oh, they're really good at networking. And then you'll see them at it and you'll go, oh yeah, they are really good at networking, But they're also the type of person that would go, oh, is this, are you talking to Dan? Oh, Dan, I need, come with me a minute. And they would take you away from the situation. So
Yeah.
it's a combination of all things, I think. Look, be funny, be consistent, work hard, turn up on time,
Yeah.
answer fucking emails.
Yeah.
um, understand the fact no one out there might be particularly interested in just booking you randomly. So, like, I saw Tom Hanks do a thing recently, which was about how really early.
Epstein Island. Oh, sorry.
If only he got bollocked out by another actor got bollocked out, and this director went, listen, we're all paid money to be here. Your job is to turn up on time, understand the text, know your fucking lines. That's your job. And I go, and when I hear that, I often think like, yeah, that's my job. My job is to be funny, turn up on time, and work. Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, can you take the funny away from the person, or is it the whole package? Like, example, like Will Smith, for example. I can't really watch Will Smith anymore, ever since he slapped Chris Rock. I just can't. That would always be embedded in me. But I can't take away that he is one of the greatest actors of our time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I ever really think of Will Smith as a comedian. That's the problem.
No, I mean, like actors in general. Like Then we're gonna try and spur that into comedy. Like if you know, like a comedian like Frankie, like no, not Frankie Boyle. I mean, I've never been a fan of Frankie Boyle, but I respect his art.
Yeah.
I'm now trying to think of a comedian who I think is a bellend,
um,
but they're
I,
funny. But I
I
still
think
don't like them.
I think the majority of the ones. I think if you're an actual bellend, this industry will retire you.
I think that it's very good at filtering out. And also, I mean, with like say acting and stuff, the extras will never be allowed to talk to the actor. But I think with
Yeah.
comedians, even like Jim, I'm so humble over some of the fucking amazing people I've had on it, yourself included, Billy, who are taking their time to talk to me. I'm a fucking no one.
Well, I'm a fucking no one, mate, so don't worry about it.
Oh, well, I'll have to change your poster now, won't I? Well done.
We'll be no
Say,
ones
Billy.
together.
God damn you, one job, Billy. We got this far to the end. Now you've exposed yourself.
I would say, man, it's just like, uh, you never judge anybody on like a bad day. Like I've heard some big name comics that people went, "Oh, he's an absolute prick," and then you've met them, and I've went, "The guy's a sweetheart," or "That
Yeah.
girl's a sweetheart." You might just not get on with somebody as well. There's also that other factor. We all don't get on.
Oh, it is hard when someone just doesn't like you for the sake of you, but it's like, but my job is to try and make everyone to like me.
Well, that's a them problem.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
I've got to that point of like someone else's opinion on me is 100% not my business.
Yeah.
Because what am I meant to do with that? That's like, I mean, that's like throwing sand at somebody. That's like, throwing sand into the wind and expecting someone else to get covered.
Yeah.
It's just going to blow back on you, man. Just don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And
In front
something.
of you, do you have like a wall of quotes?
No, I just make up shit, man.
Got the tree in the clouds, the wood in the sand.
Let's see. Yeah, it's we all shy out the same hole. There's one. It's just these little things you just got to tell yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like just fucking turn up, work hard. That might involve admin. That might involve chasing gigs, and be funny. Turn up and plan to be funny. If you think you're funny, how could you be funnier?
I love that.
If that gig went well last night, great. How do I make sure I replicate that or can improve it the next time I do it? I've been doing this for a while. Is it time to take a chance? Don't be scared to take a chance.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that can happen? Oh, they don't laugh. No, the worst thing that can happen is they all form a mini society together and start raping and pillaging and setting fire to the venue and kill you and your entire family. But that's not going to happen.
It only happened once in your career.
Only once. But I married that girl, goddammit. You know what I mean? It's just like
the Bikini Clan was formed.
Yeah. What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? They don't laugh. They just tear. They just whatever. No, it's not the worst thing. You'll learn from that. You will learn from that. I have learned from some of my biggest bombs. I have learned from, and fuck it, man, always keep looking at your stuff. Like, you might do something for 5 years. For argument's sake, you might have like your killer joke for 5 years, and then one day you look at it and you go, if I changed the ending to that, if I changed that plane to a bus, would that make it funnier? And lo and behold, it made it funnier.
Yeah, and that could be the joke that blows up.
That could be the joke that blows up, baby. That's the way it works.
I love that. Right, Billy, man, it's been absolutely fucking brilliant. I've enjoyed this, and I've not even had to go to one bloody question, which I fucking love. I love it when they flow. Love it. Yeah, Billy, cheers so much for coming on, and guys, thank you ever so much for watching.
Cheers, everybody.